inside of you.
Blessings to all of you beautiful beings. It's Elena and I'm enchanted for you to be here on my channel. Hello and welcome. I'm so glad that you're here. If you're new, consider liking, subscribing, becoming part of my little YouTube family. And if you've been here before, hello and welcome back to each and every one of you amazing, fantastic, gorgeous and capable souls right across the screen. Lots of love, lots of warm hugs, and hopefully you and yours are safe. On today's video is something a little new, a little different. I am going to be doing these like video book reviews on occasion, spread out throughout some months and things like that, about books that I've read, books that I find interesting, and books that I would correlate alongside with paganism, spirituality, and magic. Things like that. So the review for today is a book called The 3-Day Effect by Florence Williams, and it's narrated by Florence Williams herself. This is an audio book from Audible through Amazon, I believe, and that's how I found it. I'm gonna link this book and Amazon links down below in the description if you want to go check them out. Now, I am not sponsored by Amazon. I do have an affiliate code with them, and if you sign up for Audible today, you get a little bit of a discount, so kind of pretty cool if you're interested. Anyways, so this book is an audiobook, as I said, and it's a fairly short book. It's only about a 3-hour listen, and it is, I really enjoyed this book. Definitely enjoyed this book. So the main thought process when it comes to this book is the 3-day effect of what happens to an individual when they spend about 3 days in nature, and something alongside happens on the 3rd day, and they see a lot of benefits, a lot of good potential when somebody, an individual, spends time with nature. Now, I've always believed that. I absolutely agree that spending time in nature is very healing, very nurturing, and very good for your mind, body, and soul. But this book talks about literal scientific proof in regards to that phenomena, so to speak. So it is about a reporter who has experienced the 3-day effect and has interviewed a couple other people in regards to it, and they had scientific trackers and definitely had a lot of good interviews pre and post in regards to them spending time in nature. I definitely found this book fascinating. It was a very easy listen because the author herself narrated the book. It was a really good kind of correlation between what the author wrote and what the narrator was saying, so that was great. There's a lot of connectivity when it comes to that, and I also really enjoyed how there was some like nature background noises because some of the interviews she did were actually on site. So would highly recommend it. This book was really quick and simple review. I would definitely give it 10 out of 10, especially with how easy and short and sweet it was, and it definitely helped want to go out to nature a little bit more, and definitely helped validate the thoughts that nature is very healing and nurturing for both your mind, body, and soul. So there is that. Hopefully you enjoyed this review. I'm also going to be doing actual physical books as well as audiobooks. I'm kind of going to backtrack to how I read them. So I read a lot of previous books this year in 2021, and this was my most recent kind of read or finish. So I'm gonna backtrack from like the most recent to the oldest, that way things are fresh on my mind and I'll be able to give you a better representation of what I thought was the book about. And now with that, I think at the end of every single video like this, I will either read the first page of every book that I review, that way you get a good sense of what it is about, and I will play the first 10 seconds of Audible just so you get to hear the author's voice and kind of get a little insight of the flow of the story. Now, I wish I could play more than 10 seconds. I don't want YouTube to flag this as copyrighted content, so unfortunately I can't do any more than that. With that being said, here's a little bit of the Audible. Hopefully you guys enjoy this review. Let me know if you want me to continue doing these, or what you think about them, things like that, or if you've read this book before, or if you have any other books recommendation in regards to a similar topic. I'm sure anybody else watching this video might be interested in newer books, and if not, I definitely will be. Don't forget to like, subscribe, the whole shebang. We have tons of magical fun here, and I'll see you on the next video. Love you all. Bye.
I recently stood on the banks of a mighty river in Utah trying to figure a bunch of stuff out. I had a crappy year, including a big unexpected heartbreak. But as a science journalist, I'd also just published a book about how great nature is for your emotional health. Now I knew I needed a big dose of that medicine for myself, a dose of wilderness.